The Atlanta Falcons are at home to kick off 2023. The Carolina Panthers rolling in for some NFC South action, rolling in to see what their new young QB has for an NFL regular season debut.
Love the way Bryce Young stood in the pocket, went through his progression, took the hit, delivered the pass.
This game is overflowing with guys making their first appearances for their respective teams. Bryce Young will take his first regular season snap this week. He's supposed to be the cure for an ailing Carolina offense.
Pressure coming. Young gets away. What a play.
He's very smooth, you can see.
Are the Falcons the perfect team for Young to face out of the gate? They were one of the easiest teams to throw on last year.
Brady throws toward the end zone. It's Kyle Rudolph. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
However, Ryan Nielsen is calling the defensive shots now. He has lots of new blood to send after Young. Defensive tackle David Onyemata, 5 sacks with the Saints in 2022. Defensive end Calais Campbell comes over from Baltimore off a 5.5 sack year.
I don't want nobody celebrating on me. I don't want to see nobody talking, nobody dancing. Okay, let's get it, fellas. Let's get it. Let's go. We out here. Let's go, ball.
The interior of Carolina's line is going to have to be on top of its game. They also have to deal with Grady Jarrett, 6 sacks from the inside.
Looking to go to the air again, but he's going to be dragged down by the leader of that Falcon defense, Grady Jarrett.
Bud Dupree, new in Atlanta. We'll see if he can regain his form off the edge. Inside linebacker Caden Ellis, new. He was good for 7 sacks in New Orleans last year. See what I mean? Young and company aren't facing your grandma's Falcons defense.
In trouble. Mahomes hit from behind, loses the football. Bud Dupree.
Young's pass catchers, new to the keep pounding thing as well. Adam Thielen, probably the wideout Young relies most on, had over 700 yards, 6 scores playing Robin in Minnesota.
Young looking for Thielen. He's got him at the 1. Did he get in? Touchdown, Carolina.
DJ Chark, another noob, over 500 yards in Detroit in 2022. Plenty of the Falcons covering them and their mates, new as well. Young will be dealing with Jesse Bates, held QBs to a low 70s rate with the Bengals. He's a top-tier safety.
And it looks like that might be huge. Jesse Bates against his former team.
Cornerback Jeff Okudah was in Detroit last year, held his targets to a low 90s rate, respectable enough.
Gets rid of it, throws it up for grabs. Picked up by the Lions. Okudah coming the other way. To the house. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
Atlanta's hoping 2022 was a fluke for their top cornerback. A.J. Terrell was a little rough, so this is a good game for him to get back to his old ways.
It's going to be close for Jeff Wilson. Ball came out. Oh, it's picked up by Terrell. And it is touchdown.
Panthers ground game headlined by another new guy. Miles Sanders had a monster year in Philadelphia's Super Bowl run.
Gives it off again and running with it and scoring. Miles Sanders!
And the freshman theme is also prevalent when you flip things around. It's not just Young. A few picks after he was taken, Atlanta took Bijan Robinson.
Sees the cutback, and this is what this man can do. Hit it and get it. At 225 pounds, look out.
His selection by a team that was already running back equipped raised some eyebrows. Sure, Atlanta's brass would like Robinson to validate the pick sooner rather than later.
Screen. The pass to Robinson, the one-handed grab. And again, Robinson makes a defender miss to pick up some more yards, but you see the skill set.
Carolina's defense likely faces plenty of runs because the Falcons will hit him with Tyler Algier, over a K on the ground as a rook, 4.9 yards per carry. I guess they needed 6 a run and 2K, I guess, to, leave him the job.
Right back to Algier. He's been the man on this drive, and he cashes in with a touchdown.
And the Panthers should also expect Cordero Patterson, almost 700 rush yards, 8 scores, 4.8 yards per carry. There are no breaks with this run game.
Need a spark? I need some plays. You need spark? Yeah.
Panthers' run defense wasn't atrocious last year, wasn't amazing. Carolina's inside linebackers need to show up big with all those backs likely seeing plenty of tokes. Shaq Thompson, 135 tackles in 2022. Frankie Louvu, over 110.
Oh, and what a hit on Jabal Williams by Frankie Louvu.
Louvu also will factor heavily into things when the Falcons do take flight. He had 7 sacks, second most on the team last year.
Well, down he goes. Frankie Louvu with his 4th sack of the year.
The guy Atlanta will focus a lot of their pass blocking efforts on, though, Mr. Burns. Ah, yes, Brian, a Pro Bowler with 12 QB takedowns in his most recent campaign.
Wilson under pressure. And down he goes.
Those gents will be trying to drag down Desmond Ridder this week. Ridder ready to start his first opener as the starter.
It's a caught ball. Touchdown, Atlanta Falcons. And Ridder throws his first career touchdown pass.
He has a nice wide receiver to work with, Drake London. The rookie receiver put up over 850 yards despite the team keeping things on the down low.
Breaking another is London for a touchdown.
He will draw lots of J.C. Horn, though. That's a nice one-on-one when it happens. Horn is top shelf when it comes to cornerbacks.
And he throws a pick, and it's J.C. Horn with his third of the season.
Ridder has another debuter in wide receiver Mac Hollins, almost 700 yards in Vegas last year.
Carr with time, going for the end zone. It is caught by Mac Hollins for the touchdown.
Plus, there's tight end Kyle Pitts ready to make his return from his injury.
Mariota looks, now going to loop, and Kyle Pitts caught it. Touchdown!
Panthers defense didn't make as many changes this offseason. They weren't stellar collectively against the pass last year, so they too are looking at the opposing QB as a good chance to start things right.
This is J.C. Horn off the edge. He tips it, and the Panthers picked it off.
Feels like another year where wins in this division carry a little something extra, so rise up and keep pounding your predictions and your analysis into the comments section, because remember, I'm not an analyst. I'm just game preview guy, a doof in a bag, a very lucky and happy doof because football is finally back. And so is our panel of 10 to guess on the outcome of games. The panel, by the way, NFL Network folk, Colleen Wolfe, Daniel Jeremiah, MJD, Adam Rank, Marcus Grant, NFL.com writers Kevin Patra, Grant Gordon, Eric Edelm, Nick Shook, Mark Sessler. Eventually those little dashes will show who's doing best.